The reason I make more at 25 than most college grads with over $100,000 in debt is simply because I chose a path that has more demand. A college degree does not make you special. It does not make you desirable because everyone has one. And most companies are hardly even looking at them anymore. It's just not worth what it used to be. There are only a handful of things that actually require you to have a degree, like being an accountant or a lawyer or a doctor. I can't think of any other ones on the top of my head. Going to school to get a business degree is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, and thank God I realized it young. I went to college for one semester. My plan was to major in business, and the professor had never run a business before, and that was the moment I knew that this is a fucking scam, and I dropped out. Well, I didn't drop out in that moment. I went home for winter break, started my business, and then decided not to go back for the second semester. So if you've already gone through this, already gotten the debt, that sucks, but it's not too late. You can switch career fields or just do something that's in more demand. And if you haven't gone to college yet and you're on the fence about it, I'd at least recommend taking a gap year and really think about what it is that you want to do. Get in the real world, get real world experience, get your hands dirty, work. That alone will teach you more than 4 years of college ever could. What I specifically chose to do when I dropped out of school, it was actually because I started my marketing agency, which at the time was definitely in demand. I was running Facebook ads for chiropractors. And marketing agencies are not that they're not in demand, but like I was in SMMA, which is a little bit of like a business trend. That is simply not in demand anymore because there's so many people trying to do it, right? The supply is here, the demand is here. I realized this in 2023, and then I made a pivot to home services, which still to this day, the demand is here and the supply is here. Home services are things like pressure washing, window cleaning. My company specifically does wallpaper installation, car detailing, landscaping, stuff like that. And yeah, that does include like plumbing, HVAC, electric. So if you do want to go to a trade school to learn those skills, those will always be in demand. You'll always have a job because no matter how bad of a recession that we might get in the future, we're still going to need those. So if you want to go to school for that, that's smart. Yeah, if you want to be paid well in 2025, whether you're 19, 25, or 45, you just have to pick a skill that's actually in demand and something that actually gives you real credibility and scarcity. Again, a degree doesn't give you scarcity because everyone has one. In my opinion, you're much more scarce and much more valuable if you succeed without a degree. I actually look to hire people for my companies that do not have a degree and that had some sort of success or kind of figured it out, that aren't people basically aren't total losers because they had to become somewhat creative and think outside the box to find their own way. And that right there is extremely desirable. Don't get caught up in the trap. Don't follow the crowds. Make your own way and you'll make more money than you ever know what to do with.